Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready for this. That bat was almost like a tech. You know, I could lean back in the couch, but my headphones just don't stretch quite far enough. So I must sit forward. Unfortunate. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm ready for this. There's gotta be things I don't have yet. Yeah, there must be something I don't have yet that really gives Claire her edge. Jerry is better at combat. She must be better at mobility. Enough talk. Have at him! I put it right in his neck. Ah! You have arrived, just as Death said. Did he also mention we're taking the chip? He alluded to that, but you will not have it. I was really hoping Claire would have been awesome and said, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world." Oh, you would, Jerry. Hopefully you will give the proper response. Plus, he's totally not wanted in this world either. According to Jeremy, he should be in the vault. And seriously, the whole secrets could be reenacted here, and it would still make sense. Oh, you're right. It would make some sense. Oh, you're kind of hot when you're not being... Yeah. You had the sense to cut yourself off this time. I know my limits, sometimes. Hey, now I think about it, it wouldn't have the same impact without the bad voice acting. Jerry doesn't know his limits. That's why he tackles all this crazy shit all the time. He also doesn't have his wine glass. I'm a bit disappointed. Oh, where's our line about how humans are miserable piles of... Enough talk! How about you? Yes! One line made it back. Knife? Funny thing, when I read Dracula, it was a way better book than I expected, but of all things, it's a... You know what? I should not feel bad about giving spoilers for a book that's been out for more than 100 years. They killed Dracula with a knife. Well, 2 knives, actually. I always wondered why there was a knife in Castlevania. It kills Dracula. And look at this. His weakness is knives in this game. It's perfect. Here's a familiar fight. You shouldn't have much trouble with this. I'm not even seeing anything at all different about him. He teleports to specific spots on the map and shoots fireballs, and fireballs, and then, well, more fireballs. Does that mean a bullet hell's worth of fireballs? Because... Don't be scared of this guy. He's got nothing on you. Dracula's never been all that hard in the Castlevanias. He's gonna transform into a winged demon, isn't he? TD1 didn't have a lot of direction or focus when it first started. There was really no rhyme or reason to the boss encounters. They were chosen for roughly half the game. Since the gates have very obvious themes, it was only right that Dracula would be here. The initial release to the testers didn't have the big flame pillars, and I never said I added them in later. That was quite a surprise to them, I'm sure. That didn't work? Ooh, that was interesting. No, I do want to see you get hurt by holy water. I've been hitting you squarely with the explosions each time. Ah! Vampires are... Holy water doesn't do shit to a vampire. And vampires love fire. Ooh. Can I break it? Yeah, another thing I did not expect from Dracula, it was an extremely well-written book, but I did not expect a cowboy. That completely got me off guard. Let me tell you, there's no movie that's quite the same as Bram Stoker's Dracula the book. Wait a minute. I do not have... I have 2 skill points. Well, that might be enough for something. Let me see. Maybe not. No. I must have spent my skill points already. Hello! Ah, yes. The dev mentioned that in his dev comment. Wait a minute. Why are you taking only 68s now? Hold on. Your weakness has changed. Hey! You can't go changing your resistances halfway through a fight! I guess that's so he suddenly takes twice as much punishment. Well, that was interesting. What are those? Oh! Who do you think you are? Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts? They're only doing 34s now! What are you doing? Ow. Ah! Alright, I'll get him this time. Hey, you're not so tough. I've had more trouble with bats. You also don't seem to store healing pots in your chamber. How thoughtless of you. What kind of host are you? A lady comes to your castle, and you can't even be bothered to provide healing pots for your future vampire lady? Ow. I got it. Where are you? Why does that one keep getting me? That's the classic attack. Your wine glass. Wine? Well, that's a new one. That does slightly more than a knife. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Castlevania use a sunlight mechanic during the boss fight. Like tearing open shades so sunlight falls on him. You know what? Ah. Why do I have to hit you in your tiny little head with tiny little knives? You're still not as tough as a bat. You could have a Dracula fight that runs multiple parts so that it starts at night with the moon and all that stuff they like, and then it actually goes on long enough that the dawn rises. Ah, got it! Tired of being hit by that stupid attack. I can do this. Ah! Why does that do 5? That was doing like 4 before. You didn't say that was getting more deadly. It's not a different attack. If it's gonna do more damage, you should change its coloring or something. Or it might be crazy, and it might be doing the same damage, and I'm just completely way off base. Ha! I actually dodged it. For once. Hey! What'd I say about teleporting on top of a lady? It is not kosher. She could file a restraining order for that kind of stuff. Ah. There you go. I want to hit you with a melee. I don't want to peck at you with something that slowly has to recharge. I just want to annihilate you. This takes forever. Of course. Yep. I knew it would. Sooner or later. Get crazier. It's okay. Die! Ah. What? Ah, I missed stuff again. Naturally. Hey now, there's only enough room for my ego in here. That's an awesome line. Ow! Ah! My headphones! Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Where's the chip anyway? Normally I don't play with headphones, but with the microphone it's just better not to run your speakers, I find. It can be done, but it's better not to. Shouldn't you be the one that knows? I don't see it here, child. Can you see it? No, I'm not sure where it is now. Well then, what the hell? Oh, come on, we're only starting this gate, and you know it. You performed better than expected, but a nuisance you still remain. Ready to fight yet? I am far too busy. If you want the chip, come to my castle. But I doubt you will make it to me. Alright, do I get to go through forests and stuff? Why do villains always do this? Great, now we have to watch Claire go through even more of this. Like you didn't see this coming, Jerry. There's a pattern. Yeah! Forest! What do you say about this place being small earlier? Do you not see my ellipses? I was pretty sure that wasn't all of it. Fair enough. I have no counter to that. Yet. Next place seems to be akin to the newer Castlevania games. Anything special I should know? I don't think there's a silver or gold ring to collect. Not gonna say it. Symphony of Night was an easy game, but that fight with Richter actually kicked my ass a few times. You think Death has any actual plans? To be honest, no. Are they those high hopes? He's giving me the standard villain vibe this time around. Wow, no snarky comment about me sucking at a game. I leave the cheap shots to you, Jerry. I really like replaying Symphony of Night as Richter. That was awesome. When a game can actually allow you alternate characters, it's usually really kick-ass. Really, really kick-ass. Because you get to play the game in a different way. But they have to actually be different characters, not just, you know... Like, Luigi has small differences in, I'm thinking of the Lost Levels, actually, but they're not enough to really call him a... I'm thinking more of, like, the difference between, well, like the difference between Alucard and Richter. They play the game in a completely different way, and I love when they can pull something like that off. And okay. Took me a second. Great, there's going to be a nightmare gate that I can only use Claire in with these Castlevania-style abilities. Don't be scared, take the plunge. Oh! You mean it's a Metroidvania-style area. Whoops, whoops, oh. And now our comments have reverted to Castle Corridor B. Well, that's all well and good, but after Castle Corridor B, you can still write a little more. Ow. I could really use that floor clearing, Holy Water of the Hello! You're new. You're new. These guys can pose a threat. They have a nice amount of HP. And unless you're really good with spacing your Holy Water explosion, they're going to be like a wall to you for a bit. When you see it stop, it's going to do one of two things. When its sword is at its back, it's going to swing. If it points its sword at you, get out of the way, because it's going to charge. Whoops, no, I had two more things to read. Ah! Sometimes these were the worst enemies in Castlevania. So much hit points and their attack range is pretty big. Though they aren't very fast, it's nothing too bad. I don't know about the fighting game's term zoning until my roommate, I didn't know. Jerry saw me testing with these guys. Shut up, and he shouted, "What the fuck is zoning?" To which I replied, "W2F is zoning." And now I know. Now, Holy Water doesn't work very well. Oh my gosh, this Holy Water is just not very good! Just eats up my hearts. Well, now I gotta find out how to get at that. I love how each heart is basically a hit point, but you don't get it until you have all of them. Ha ha ha! No? Must be over here. Ha! At least it's not like Simon's Quest where I'd have to use Holy Water on every block. There we go. Alright! Well now. Corridor D. Now that is awesome. I mean, it's such a small thing, but to use an enemy like that, that was clever. Of course, it could also be horrendous if he starts getting any more clever with this particular trick. Look at all these candles! There's got to be a way I can get more air. Go away, bat. Yeah. Holy Water is just not impressing me. Maybe I can turn the whole room it's on its side or something. I don't know. What do we got here? A blue and a green and... Ah! Boots! I want them now. I want them now. I've already talked about how I feel that movement is the thing that most defines a platformer. The most important thing is my movement. I mean, think about it. Most of the challenges that Mega Man overcome, well, let me give a clearer example. Kirby and Mario. Almost anything that Mario finds a challenge, Kirby would not, because Kirby can simply fly over it. But it is more than that. More than just an obvious one like flight. Samus Aran could handle almost anything in the original Mega Man series, like Super Metroid Samus, or hell, Super Nintendo Metroid. I mean, Super Nintendo X, what I'm trying to say. X could clean up with the old Mega Man games. He would not have a problem in it. Knives! More effective against skeletons than holy water. Now, I've always wondered about holy water. Always with water. You could bless, theoretically, you could have a priest bless anything. You could have holy sand. I honestly... I mean, I know holy water is a thing that Catholics actually have, but I haven't the foggiest notion where it plugs into their religion. Like, why is this a thing? I don't mean to be offensive, if that's in any way offensive. I just don't get it. I don't understand why. I guess it must have been a pope at some point. Must have just declared it a thing. That's just my best guess. Oh. Alright. Well, that could have gone better. But... chicanery! I am fully healed now. So this is corridor... I'm not sure if that's a corridor 1 or corridor L. Okay. Well, I got through there. Now I better not die here and have to do it again. I don't want to be locked in that room again. That's a long chain. Ah, you! Why are ghosts weak to knives? Oh, good. Oh, yes. Excellent. Thank you. Seriously. Alright. Holy water must be effective against you, though. It must, right? No, it's not. Boy, manages to both be not the kind of holy water I want and not be very good. Aren't there still things you need to do back there? Doing things my way, Jerry. Okay, then, I will back away. Looks like you need something from this place anyway. Moving forward might not be a bad idea. But there's jump boots. Well, that's nice. I thought that would take me to an area. Alright, I'm gonna take a peek. What is it? Welcome to the courtyard of Cool Curios. Our main attraction, flying skulls having a crush on fairy girls. Hello! Flying Skull tries to seek you out. I think it's kind of mimicking Chow's movements. These things are stealing my movement type! Take them out, Claire. Interesting fact about the first game's release is I wasn't able to beat the Shroud Lord on Distorted. He has since then. Everything else, including the artist battle, I was able to do. It wasn't until roughly a year after the release I got around to finally beating that setting. This is something I won't be doing ever again. If I can't complete it, then it won't be released. That being said, the Distorted setting is like the unwanted stepchild. Really? You didn't like Distorted? Ha! Finally, something that it works on. Finally. Boy, poor unwanted stepchildren. Must be horrible. I just want it! If only Claire could dash. We'll get there eventually. I know that dashing has to be in the game. You wouldn't pick a game without dashing in it somewhere. I see. Ow. Huh. Well, I do like this area, but I really must be going to get that jump boots. I just wish they wouldn't stop when they hit an enemy. I want them to explode every time, just because the sound and the feel of explosion. Hey, they did sneak up on me finally. Because I was so caught up at looking at the skulls. There we go. You have to burn the rope reference, eh? What was that? Oh. He was telling me I've been playing for a long time, I'll bet. Boy, the game told me there was something here that I should go ahead and get anyway, but, doesn't seem that way. Anyway, either way, I'm gonna go get that potion. Or jump boots. Jump boots. Actually, next time we will get the jump boots. Until then, this is Haterix, signing off.